Oh boy, what a feeling this is gonna turn out to be. Can you believe it's been 40 years since this came out? Well, you better believe it. One of the hottest dance flicks that ever had come out. Well, after Saturday Night Fever and before Dirty Dancing, there was this. Let's talk about Flashdance. Big Days Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1983 romantic drama dance flick Flashdance, released by Paramount, directed by Adrian Lyne, starring Jennifer Beals as a passionate young dancer who aspires to become a professional ballerina, alongside Michael Nouri playing her boyfriend and the owner of the steel mill where she works by day in Pittsburgh. And it was the first collaboration of producers Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer, which that was really something, who, of course, the following year they would produce another Paramount flick, Beverly Hills Cop, and of course they'd go on to produce Top Gun as well. And this also marked the presentation of some sequences in the style of music videos was an influence on other 80s films, like Top Gun, for example, as well as Purple Rain and Footloose, both of which also were released the following year in 1984. This was Simpson Bruckheimer's most famous production. It was also one of Lyne's first major film releases, building on television commercials. Alex's elaborate dance sequences, that's Beale's character, they were shot using body doubles, which that was fine and what have you. Anyway, this film was, well, at first got dissed by critics and what have you, but soon after that it became a big success and becoming the third highest grossing film of 1983. It, of course, would be best known for its soundtrack and its ever popular poster. You saw just a little bit of it. Let's go on with the story. Alexandra Alex Owens is an 18-year-old welder at a steel mill in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who lives with her dog Grunt in a converted warehouse. She aspires to become a professional dancer but has no formal dance training and works as a nightly cabaret performer at Mobby's, a neighborhood bar and grill. Lacking family, Alex bonds with her co-workers at Mobby's, some of whom also aspire to greater artistic achievements. Jeannie, a waitress, is training to be a figure skater, while her boyfriend, shore cook Richie, hopes to become a stand-up comic. One night, Alex catches the eye of customer Nick Hurley, the owner of the steel mill where she works. After learning that Alex is one of his employees, Nick pursues her on the job. Though Alex turns down his advances, Alex is approached by Johnny C., who wants her to dance at his nearby strip club, Zanzibar. After seeking counsel from her mentor, retired ballerina Hannah Long, Alex attempts to apply to the Pittsburgh Conservatory of Dance and Repertory. She becomes intimidated by the scope of the application process, which includes listing all the prior dance experience and education. So she leaves without applying. Leaving Mobby's one evening, Richie and Alex are assaulted by Johnny C and his bodyguard Cecil. Nick intervenes, and after taking Alex home, the two begin a relationship. In a skating competition, Jeannie falls twice during her performance and sits defeated on the ice before being helped away. Discouraged by her failure and the departure of Richie, who has decided to try his luck in LA, Jeannie begins dating Johnny C and working as one of his strippers at Zanzibar. After finding out about Jeannie's situation from Jake, Alex finds her and drags her out of Zanzibar. Jeannie is angry, but she soon realizes her mistake. Now to the ending and final act. As always, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. After seeing Nick with a woman at the ballet one night, Alex throws a rock through a window of his house, only to discover that it was his ex wife, whom he was meeting for a charity function. Alex and Nick reconcile, and she gains the courage to apply to the conservatory. Nick uses his connections with the Arts Council to get Alex an audition. Upon discovering this, Alex is furious with Nick because she did not get the opportunity based on merit, and she decides not to go through with the audition. Seeing the results of others' failed dreams, and after the sudden death of Hannah, Alex becomes despondent about her future, but finally decides to go through with the audition. At the audition, Alex falters, but begins again and successfully completes a dance number composed of moves that she has studied and practiced, including breakdancing, which she has seen on the streets of Pittsburgh. The board responds favorably, and Alex is seen joyously emerging from the conservatory to find Nick and Grunt waiting for her with a bouquet of roses. End of story. So, what did I think of Flashdance? Well, though I've only seen it a couple of times, like just more recently, I watched it today because, well, it was released on April 15th. So I'm just a wee bit early for its anniversary. So I just kind of lost track of this. So I do apologize. So I guess this means I'm celebrating it early. Yeah, the film was released on April 15th, 1983. Yeah, I think I understand why. I wanted to celebrate it early because I was afraid I had something else come up on that day. But nonetheless, despite the film got dissed big time when it was opening, including Roger Ebert, who panned it as great sound and flash dance signifying nothing, and eventually placed it on his most hated list. Now then, Rotten Tomatoes has it currently running at 35%. And according to them, they say all style and very little substance, the film boasts eye catching dance sequences and benefits from an appealing performance from Jennifer Beals, but its narrative is flat footed. Well, look, I don't care what anybody says. I had some fun watching this film. And it was pretty good and what have you. After watching it a second time, I gotta say, it was very good. Well, I will say the story wasn't too bad, but I did like the performances we got from our cast. Now, of course, we have Jennifer Beals playing Alex. She was very good. Michael Nouri plays Nick. Lilia Skala played Hannah. Sonny Johnson played Jeannie. Kyle T. Heffner played Richie. And Lee Ving played Johnny C. And there's a few others and what have you. So, anyway, the cast wasn't too bad. But nevertheless, despite being dissed, the film still became a big success when it was released. And let me tell you, it has gained a big following now. And again, as I've said, it would become a big success, going on to make 200 million at the box office worldwide. Its soundtrack released on Casablanca Records, which I think that was one of their last few titles to actually get released. With it being compiled by Giorgio Moroder, did a pretty good job with the score and what have you. It spawned several hit songs, including a couple of big hits, which include the Flashdance What a Feeling, sung by the late great Irene Cara, which Moroder wrote with lyrics by Keith Forsey, as well as Maniac by Michael Cimbello, which both songs I do still get to hear on the radio to this day, as a matter of fact. Anyway, also the film, well, Flashdance What a Feeling beat out Maniac at the Academy Awards for Best Original Song, which I thought that was really good. It also it also beat out Maniac for Best Original Song from a Motion Picture at the Golden Globes as well, and also, um, but and Flashdance What a Feeling also won Best Pop Vocal Performance by a Female at the Grammys, where it also won for Best Instrumental Composition for the Love theme from Flashdance, and the Best Album of Original Score written for a motion picture or a television special. It got nominated and won for a few more and what have you. Oh yeah, Flashdance What a Feeling also won Favorite Theme or Song from a Motion Picture at the People's Choice Awards as well. So anyway, I think this was so good. Don't mind what the critics said, but still, I've come to love Flashdance. It's also often remembered for its film poster featuring Beals sporting a sweatshirt with a large neck hole. Now, according to the actress, her look in the scene came about by accident after she simply cut a large hole at the top of one that had shrunk in the wash. Wow, incredible, very interesting. But anyway, I'd say if you're into, well, some of these dance flicks and what have you, or maybe flicks that came after this, like Footloose or Purple Rain, or even Dirty Dancing, then, well, would I recommend Flashdance? I'd say sure, go ahead, give it a watch. If you're not sure you'll enjoy this or not, if you guys, I'd say give it a one-time watch. So it's a draw between give it a one-time watch and sure, go ahead. Anyway, I think this is a very good movie in my opinion, but you don't have to take my word for it. Flashdance, it's pretty good, and it's got a great soundtrack as well. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it also had the late great Laura Branigan's breakout hit "Gloria" on its soundtrack as well. Yeah, which of course that of course was a song I grew up with. Alright, so what did you think of Flashdance? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you my review of a film I had intended to give you all last year and didn't give to you, but I'm going to make up for lost time and give it to you, Spawn. So, I do hope you liked this, and if you did, check out my reviews for, well, a couple of these here dance flicks I was telling you about earlier. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Saturday Night Fever from 1977. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Dirty Dancing from 1987. Or if you'd like something just a wee bit recent, but still has a little hotness in it, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of Burlesque. Yeah, which of course that film of course is a guilty pleasure from 2010. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.